gonna be another boring driving day today. Got about 7 hours to cover. I am starting early though, so that I can hopefully get where I'm going when it's still light outside. That's the goal anyway. Let's get going. I gotta get a shower first. Gotta go to Planet Fitness again. And then we're out of here. It is time to go to Guadalupe Peak, the highest peak in Texas. It's gonna be my first hike of the trip. This is a hiking trip. I'm not sure if you got that by now because I haven't been doing any hiking. I've just been trying to get out west. So we've got a 7-hour drive to Guadalupe. But first, I need to grab something real quick.
Warranty on it. Here, just keep that.
Yeah, thanks, man. Have a good day. Yeah, so I have no illusions of being able to fight off a bear, but if a mountain lion comes at me, it's game on, dude. I'm not playing. I'm gonna get him. See you later, Wichita Falls. It's been fun. On to Guadalupe Peak. Well, we are getting into higher elevation. My ears are popping. This is probably a good time to tell you guys that I get altitude sickness, which is why I chose to go on a very long hiking trip, because I like to torture myself. We're approaching Lubbock, Texas, which is kind of our halfway point to Guadalupe Peak from Wichita Falls. And at this point, I'm kind of trying to decide where I'm gonna stay tonight. I need a moment to think on this. I think I might stop and grab lunch and just think it through for a little bit. Well, this is Lubbock. To be honest, I forgot to film a lot of it. It's not very big though. So, just to recap, I feel like dog shit. I have altitude sickness, a migraine. I haven't been sleeping very well. I'm tired of driving. I don't know where I'm going to sleep tonight, and I am very nervous for tomorrow. I guess you could say I'm having a bit of a moment. But I pulled over here in the Cracker Barrel parking lot, and I'm kicked back in the passenger seat. I'm going to just chill for a moment, look off into the distance, try to relax a little bit, get rid of this headache, and try to figure out what I'm going to do, whether I'm going to stay here in Lubbock tonight or continue on and get a hotel. I think those are my only two options. There's a reason why Matt Foley stayed by the river. He had his spot. Don't mess with success. Well, now I feel about 70% better, and I formulated a plan. It took some rest to gain the clarity that I needed to create the best plan, but I think I've come up with it, okay? So I'm going to spend the night here. I'm going to wake up really early in the morning, and I'm going to drive to Carlsbad Caverns. I already have tour tickets set up in the morning. I'll get out of there around 1 to 2 probably, and then I'll head over to the Guadalupe Mountains, which is just 30 minutes away. And then I'll have plenty of time to get comfortable with the layout of the park, the trailhead, get settled into a campsite right at the trailhead for Guadalupe Peak. That's the plan. I'm sticking to it. The Google says that there's a Buddy Holly museum here in Lubbock because this is where Buddy Holly is from. So I think I'm gonna check that out. I think my current pace on this trip is just not gonna be sustainable. Tomorrow I'm hitting 1 week on the road, and I still have 9 left to go. So if I'm gonna see this whole trip through, I really need to slow it down I mean, today was kind of a wake-up call for me. I can't do a long driving day, like 7 hours, get to camp right when it starts to get dark, and then the very next morning, like at sunrise, start a trail. Like, that's crazy. I need to get familiar with the route. I need to take my time getting all my supplies in order. This takes time, and if it means cutting out some stops that I wanted to do, then that's what that means. We're gonna take it a little easier going forward, but this is just too much. Yes, the hustle and bustle of Lubbock, Texas. Alright, well, I teleported back to the car. Let's go check out the Buddy Holly Museum. Alright, so we made it. This is the Buddy Holly Center. It's unfortunately closed. I didn't know, but I thought it was more of a self-guided tour thing. It's actually a really big building. I'm sure they've got a lot of really cool artifacts. Outside here, they've got this big pair of glasses, and they've got a house, and I think they moved the house. Here, I'll show you what this says. I'm trying to understand if this was his house or what, but I'll let you guys pause that and read that. It's a pretty cool house. It's pretty cool. And it's like a big photo op here. Stand behind the giant Buddy Holly glasses. Do another pause real quick. Yeah, he died when he was 23. Pretty nuts. Looks like it's a pretty big place, so kind of sad. I want to see inside. Seems like I'm catching everything when it's closed. There's a Buddy Holly statue across the street. Let's check that out. Oh, that'll be the day. Something, something, yeah, that'll be the day. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Little park. There he is. Cool. And it's West Texas Walk of Fame. Kind of backlit a little bit today, but it's pretty neat. This is the Walk of Fame. Well, that's a bummer that it's closed. I guess I'm gonna kill some time and then go see a movie at the Alamo Drafthouse here. If you can tell, there's a trend. I love going to the movies, but also Alamo Drafthouse is pretty cool, and this is probably the last one I'm gonna see before I'm back home. So I want to get another one in if I have an opportunity, which surprisingly Lubbock does have an Alamo Drafthouse, so I do have one more opportunity. I would film more, but I feel terrible, so I'm just gonna take today and get some rest, and I'll talk to you guys in the morning.